awesome flashcard time of the week on this Thursday. So let's hear those beautiful voices nice and loud, Super Scholars. Here we go. Ooh, ah, ah, k, s, g, j, ow, o, oi, whir, r, oi, ah, ow. Awesome job on our Thursday. Let's keep it going. Welcome back to this lovely brand new Thursday, Super Scholars. So for today, we're kicking off our Thursday with vocabulary. We know this awesome, great word a lot from Article a Day because building that vocabulary builds our reading powers. So we're going to be focusing on parts of a word today that will help us understand whole words and therefore build our vocabulary. But before we get here, we need to do our speed decoding, looking at some of our silent letter teams. Get those decoding detective skills out. And what word is this? What do you see? Kneel. To kneel is an action where you get down on your knees. To kneel. Awesome. Up next, what do you see? Ooh, what about this? Right. A writer is a person, someone who writes. We've learned that when you add ER to a verb, it now becomes a person that does that action. Right? Writer. Awesome. Next one. What do you see? Oh, we've got our ED ending. So let's decode the base word. Not, and then ed. Knotted. If something's knotted, it's all tangled, but it was in the past. It already took place from our ED. Awesome. What is this word? Ring. But do you remember? With WR, to wring. It's an action to wring out a cloth to get all the water out, to wring something out. Awesome. Last one. Vowel, consonant, E. Wrote. If I wrote my paper, I did it in the past. Wrote is the past tense of the verb write. Write, but then wrote. It already took place. That's a tricky verb. Good job with speed decoding. Let's check out our vocabulary learning target. It says, I can use the prefixes un, and re, to change the meaning of a verb. So today, second grade, we're taking those two small word parts, un and and how they can change a verb. And these two small word parts are called prefixes. Can you say this word with me? Prefixes. One more time. Prefixes. Un and re are prefixes. That means they attach to the beginning of a word. The pre part of a word. The beginning for a prefix. And when we add un and re to the beginning of a verb, it totally changes its meaning. And understanding these prefixes will help us understand more verbs that we read. But we actually have already learned about word parts that when added, change a word. And we've learned in the past about suffixes. Can you say this with me? Suffixes, suffixes. So we've learned about suffixes and verbs that go at the end of a verb, but totally change the meaning as well. For example, ing. We know that when we add ing to a word, for example, dance to dancing, it changes the verb to happen right now. It totally changes the time of the action just by adding the suffix to the end of a verb. And what else we've learned, of course? Ed. This ed is a suffix. It carries its own meaning, and then when we attached it to the end of dance, the word becomes danced. And now the action is happening in the past. It already took place. So this ed suffix changes the verb to the past tense. And we've also learned the suffix er, which we were looking at in our warm-up. When we add er to a verb, it changed dance to dancer. And now the verb has become a noun, someone that does the action. A dancer, someone who dances. And we changed the entire word just by adding our suffix er. So we've already had some awesome practice with these small changing word parts. But today, we're going to go from the end of the word to the beginning of the word with a prefix. So second grade, our first prefix we're looking at is un. Can you say this with me? Un. These two little letters, when added to the beginning of a verb, totally change it. And un carries the meaning itself of no or opposite. When we see un at the beginning of a word, we know it means no to that verb, it's not that action, or it's the opposite of the action. And that's why I've got these little arrows. They're going in different opposite directions, which is all related to the meaning of un. Let's look at an example. So we've got the word happy. If you're happy, you feel joyful and glad, you're feeling good, you are happy. But if we take our prefix un and add it to the beginning of a word, it totally changes the word. Now what does it say? Unhappy. If someone is unhappy, they are no longer happy. They're not happy. It's now the opposite of happy. Happy, unhappy. So this little suffix totally flip-flops the verb and changes its meaning. So this is our first prefix, un. So to get this prefix into our bodies, I want to see all you awesome super scholars doing mirror words with me nice and loud. Okay, let's practice un. Here we go. Mirror words. The prefix un means no or opposite opposite. The prefix un means no or opposite. Mirrors down. So this is the first new prefix we're going to work with today. Our second one is re, re. Can you say this with me? Re. So the prefix re has its own meaning. It changes a verb in a totally different way. If we see re at the beginning of a word, that means the action is happening again. It's happening again. Just like these arrows, they're going in a circle, continuing again and again. So this prefix re means an action is taking place again. Like in this example, build. The verb is build, to create something, like building Legos. But if we take the verb build and we add that prefix to the beginning, re, now what does the word say? Rebuild. So this re now changed the verb that someone needs to build again. Rebuild. Try it another time. So this re prefix takes the base word and totally changes the meaning. So now that we've put un with mirror words, can we do re with mirror words? Are you ready again? Okay, let me hear you. Mirror words. The prefix re means happening again. The prefix re means happening again. Mirrors down. Good job, second grade. So both of these prefixes are going to build our vocabulary. So when we see a verb with re or un at the beginning, we can understand what that entire word means. So, of course, before we practice in our workbook with this awesome prefixes, come on, stand up with me so we can give ourselves a nice break in this or that. Okay, second grade, are you on your 2 feet? So I have a question for you. Which of these would you rather do in terms of a book? Would you rather write your own book? If so, you're going to shake the left side of your body. Or would you rather illustrate the book? That means draw the pictures in a story. Illustrate the book. If so, you're going to shake the right side of your body. So you got a choice. Write a book, illustrate a book. What's your choice? I would rather write a book, so I'm going to shake the left side of my body. Are you ready? 5 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Wiggle it all out. And come on, sit down with me. And I need you to find page 92. Page 92. So second grade, on page 92, we are going to work with both prefixes un and re, and notice how it totally changes the meaning of the verb. So, can you come up to this first number 1? We're going to work with un, our prefix un. Can you tell me? What is the meaning of the prefix un? What does that mean? It means no or the opposite. So let's see what it does to a verb. Okay, in this first sentence, what verb is underlined? If you are cold, zip up your your jacket. What verb is underlined? Zip. Can you show me what does it mean to zip? Zip, it means to close up something with the zipper, to zip. So we're going to have to add the prefix un to the beginning of the word and see how this verb changed. So can you come over here? So we're going to write zip with the prefix un. So that means with the prefix, you need to write it first at the beginning of the word and then write your base word after. So second grade, zip becomes what word? Unzip it if you get hot. So to zip and then to unzip. Those are opposite actions. Zip, unzip. They do completely different things. They reverse each other. So this is one example with our suffix un. The one for no or opposite. Okay, second grade. Now can you move on down to question number 4? Question number 4. So we can work with the prefix re. So down on number 4. Re. What is the meaning of the prefix re? What does that mean? That the action is happening again. You need to do the action again. So let's see how these words change. So in sentence number 4, what verb is underlined? If you miss a spot when you paint, you will have to, what's the verb? Paint. Paint. Can you show me what does it mean to paint? To paint a wall with a paintbrush. Good job. So, if we're all the way over here and we want to add the prefix re, what are we going to write first? Do we need to write the prefix or the verb? The prefix. That always comes first. So you've written your prefix and then the verb. So, what's our new word, second grade? This now says repaint. Repaint. What does that mean? If I tell you you need to repaint, you need to paint again. You need to do it some more. Try again. Repaint. Okay, second grade. So we're adding to our vocabulary toolbox the prefix un and re. So today what you are going to do is, of course, finish page 92. There's only a few more sentences you need to complete by either adding the prefix un or the prefix re to change the meaning of the word. When you're done completing page 92 and all your awesome prefixes, then you've got your 2-star options of what you're going to read to me. So here are your 2-star options for the video you're going to show me on Class Dojo. 1 star, I want you to read the prefix words. That means all the words that you wrote when you added the prefix. So 1 star, just go ahead and read those prefix words. Make sure you could always decode the base word, so the original verb, before you add that prefix. So 1 star is reading your new verbs. 2 stars, I want to hear you reading the entire page. All the sentences with both the base words and those new prefix verbs. So 2 stars, read entire page 92. Okay, Super Scholars. First, finish. Second, read in a video. So I love building our awesome vocabulary knowledge to all become better readers. So let's go ahead and get started.